Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to VTM Coteries of New York. And in the last episode, Xavier went undercover, trying to contact one of Sophie's quote-unquote friends in the Anarch movement, and things didn't go particularly well. I'm pretty sure we botched our initiation, so we'll have to see if there's going to be any ripple effect from that as the nights go on. We're about to rest, but the only kind of side quest that we have is the nosy reporter. Let's go ahead and crash out and see what happens here. A piece of paper is sticking out of your mailbox. It's a computer printout, a note, and a screenshot from Google Maps. It reads, "Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll pick you up, and we'll take it from there." No signature. The place marked on the map is the lookout point near Pier 1, just next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that Mia passed on to you. No new messages, no missed calls. It's all a bit fishy, but there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. It looks like tomorrow evening has been planned out for you. You go downstairs as soon as you wake up. One more glance at the phone, but no new news from Mia. You take the car down to Brooklyn, park on Front Street, and approach the meeting spot cautiously. A figure of about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket and looking out toward Manhattan. As you approach, you can hear her muttering something. Is it true? But I don't think it can be true. If I do not think it's true, then it cannot be true. And if it cannot be true, then... That's definitely not Mia. Hey, are you the one who left the note at my apartment? The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you've never seen her before. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. The ink on the paper did the message leave. Oh, okay, that's her talking. The ink on the paper did the message leave. The ink on the paper did your face here bring. You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. So, you got the message. I have a feeling that more blood's about to be spilled here. Cut the crap. What's this about? We're taking a trip, friend. The boss wants to meet you. Ooh. Kaiser, Callihan, or Torque. Let's go ahead and say... You mean Torque? What? You gotta be shitting me. Torque ain't the boss of jack shit. I mean Boss Callihan, you dumbass. I suggest you get a move on. We got places to be. The voice of the woman keeps creeping into your consciousness, the litany of gibberish ever present throughout this entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. Or, we can do it the hard way. Man. We're pretty much surrounded. And we are low on blood right now. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Okay. I'll go with you. Smart. They lead you down the pier and onto a motorboat. The engine starts. Put this on. He points to a cloth sack. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow, you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. really don't want to do it, but your hands go through the motions all the same. Because Malkavians in this version of VTM have Dominate, and Dementation is a power within the Dominate discipline. Dementation used to be a discipline all itself, but now it's a power, which is kind of interesting. It takes 15 or so minutes to reach your destination, you think. The engine dies down, and you're led on shore and then further, up an incline and through some overgrowth. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe, until a deep voice reaches your ears. "Vincent, my dear boy, why the hood over our guest's face?" "Well, boss, I thought..." No, that will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told. Yes? Yeah, boss. Well, take that ridiculous sack off their head, will you? The hood comes off. The owner of the deep voice is a curious sight. Dressed in what can only be described as Victorian clothing, with a monocle and graying red hair. Is this Callihan? Oh, holy crap. Alright there, President Snow. Apologies for Vincent's unacceptable behavior. He can be a little thick sometimes. Isn't that right, Vincent? Yeah, boss. Sometimes. A little. I believe you already know who I am. You're Boss Callihan. Right you are. And I'm guessing you know my role in this city. I represent the Anarch movement, while you... I'm not quite sure what you represent. I've invited you here to find out. Now, let me make myself perfectly clear. I am disappointed in you. Truly disappointed. But I arranged this meeting to allow you to make amends. First, though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. So, do you know why you're here? Now, we are not going to blow our cover here. Chances are he probably knows, but... Is it because I wanted to meet with Torque? Ha! Yes. You're not stupid. So that's a nice change of pace. Torque is the reason you're here. Or that little angry strumpet of his, I'm told, yes? Mia? Oh, how I'd love to get my hands on her gaunt neck and wring it until it breaks. But see, I'm a statesman, and that's not the prudent thing to do. No, indeed, the prudent thing to do is to tolerate both her and that blasted, ebony-skinned mentor of hers. You folk call yourself Afro-American, correct? Pah! Back in my day, we knew what being American meant. And it sure as hell didn't mean being black. You finished with your disgusting rant? Oh, fledgling. You have no idea who you're messing with. He looks at you with rage in his eyes, and you feel insignificant and vulnerable. An irrational fear takes over you. You cannot speak up against this man again. You just can't. He's too terrifying. Now that I have your full attention, I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter. But that comes later. First, you'll answer a few questions. The first of which is, who pointed you to Mia? Now, we're going to go ahead and confess here, I imagine. But we're going to say nobody, Nobody. It was my idea. Oh, really? And what was your intention behind the meeting? I wanted to contact Torque. I had to go through Mia. Ah, yes, the so-called veteran loves to use petite girls to hide behind, I heard. That would check out. And what did you end up discussing? I just wanted to learn more about the Anarchs. So I asked her about the movement. Oh, child, you should have come to me then. I am the Anarch movement in New York City, and nobody makes a secret out of it. You bet on the wrong horse, as I'm sure you'll soon learn. See, that wasn't hard now, was it? Of course, I can't be sure how much of what you told me was true, and how much of it is worth about as much as yesternight's bull horseshit. But I'll find out. I always do. And when I do, we'll have another one of these nice talks. And maybe, just maybe, you'll avoid this upcoming unpleasant episode next time. He gives Vince a sign, and the burly man starts hitting you all over. You feel teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot is mangled under Vince's boot, your shoulder dislocated, your nose wrecked. That's enough, Vincent. Leave them be. He snaps his fingers in front of your face a few times and checks if you can focus on his face. You can, but barely. I am a man of principle. Another night, I've perhaps put you in a casket, dip it in concrete and dump it in the Hudson. A favorite of mine during the roaring 20s. It's been a while. But, like I mentioned before, I am nothing but prudent, and so the interest of this city's kindred must come before my own needs and wants. I will therefore let you continue your existence. Here's what I require in return for this boon. You are forbidden to meet Torque. I will keep an eye on you, on him. If you want a place with the Anarchs, you go through me and only me. Got it? You have to understand, what I made my associates do to you tonight was just business. We can still work out a mutually beneficial relationship. In fact, it's either that or your final death. Time to go, Vincent. Take the boat back. Leave the fledgling here. I think they have a lot to think about. Sure thing, boss. Pleasure making your acquaintance. Callihan walks away, as do Vince and his band of thugs. You lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood slowly putting your body back together. Your hunger growing. You can hear the beast calling, for sustenance, for safety, for revenge. A distant but pronounced third desire. It's not until you mend yourself enough to appear more as a mugging victim than an impossibly mangled walking cadaver that you are. Sorry, it's not until you mend yourself enough to appear more as a mugging victim than an impossibly mangled walking cadaver that you hail a passing taxi, passing and head back to your haven. The whole way there, you're tempted by the beast. Your driver, a 30-something with a strong Slavic accent and an unpronounceable name on his ID, keeps asking if he should drive you to the hospital. You keep declining, all the while thinking that if you only asked him to pull over for 5 minutes, you could feast on his warm blood to the beast's content. Drink him whole. Nobody would know. Nobody but his wife and kids, if he has them. Nobody but his boss and co-workers. Nobody but you, as you look in the mirror tomorrow. Keeping your hunger at bay was never before as difficult as it is tonight. The driver stops at your apartment building. There's nobody around. You can do it. Do it. Now. Now. Nope, we're gonna resist. We gotta resist. We can get blood in another way. You pay the driver and walk out. Fast. Leave the car behind. Don't look back. Look back. Walk back. Feed. No. Through the door. Up the stairs. Key in the lock. Open the apartment. Walk in. Lock yourself in. The familiar four walls of your haven are a blessing. The beast inside you keeps nagging, but you've kept it at bay tonight. It's not a small feat, given your state. You're still weak. You're still not quite mended. You need to rest. Tomorrow, you'll have to feed again. Tomorrow, you'll have to consider your next move. Callihan is not the kind of man who quits, but tonight, you rest. There's a lot of rest. Holy crap. Waking up tonight feels different for two reasons. For one, you're pleasantly surprised that your body mended reasonably well while you were resting. Comes with a caveat, though. The hunger you feel is pronounced. The beast like a black dog on the edge of your vision, following you. But what is truly remarkable is waking up to the tune of an old cell phone ringtone. An unknown number is calling the phone you got from Mia. You pick up. Kept that old thing charged after all, huh? You all right? Yeah, for the most part. Cool. So I got some good news for you. Torque has agreed to meet you. There's a pub in the Bronx, Solids and Stripes. Be there tonight. Two things. No drinking on the premises. So if you want to grab a snack, do it before setting foot in the borough. And this is an exclusively no powers meeting. We rubbing shoulders with commoners the whole evening, and we also don't trust you. So keep it casual, or you'll blow it. Anything you'd like to add? Oh man, this is the training day undercover thing right here. Let's go ahead and, we should expect company. I met Callihan yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbade me from meeting Torque. Said to keep an eye out to make sure I comply. Silence on the line. Fuck. More silence. I can't promise you any protection on your way there or back, but at the pub you'll be in Torque's domain. For all of his posturing, Callihan doesn't have the balls to strike Torque directly. We'll post additional lookouts on watch. That's the best I can do. If Callihan got under your skin, I get it. I was in that spot once or twice too. All I've got to say is, the risk is worth it. If you don't show tonight, I won't blame you. But it's a one-time offer only. You gotta hedge your bets. Just don't do anything stupid. You meet with us tonight, it better be in good faith. She ends the call. First things first. You take the subway to York Street Station, walk to Front Street, retrieve your car, and weigh your options while driving back to your haven. Feeding opportunity, first and foremost. You've been doing this for a few good nights. You're getting a feel for it. You're learning what kind of predator you are and what kind of blood you crave. You're so caught up in yesterday's problems and this cloak and dagger debacle you're now a part of that the hunt feels almost automatic and casual tonight. A fragment of you surrenders control. Just minutes after you find your victim, coax them, and drink from them, you find you've forgotten their face and how they were dressed. It only hits you once you look at yourself in your car's rearview mirror. This was wrong. You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody, a human being. You're a monster. You need to stay mindful of this. You're a monster, but unless you let yourself off the hook, you can hold on to your humanity and not let yourself slide down this spiral. Instead of clearing your mind, this clouded it further, and you're still no closer to a decision. So, do we drive around before going to the meeting? Go to the meeting directly? I don't know which one to do. Hold on, let's look at the... If we drive around, we're going to be possibly in an issue to get hit by Callihan's men. If we go to the meeting directly, we'll have protection there. Because, as they said, Callihan's not going to want to attack Torque on his own turf. So let's just go there directly and see what happens. Dangerous or not, you have to make the trip to the Bronx and meet with Torque. No detours. Best just to get it over with. You take some basic precautions as you enter Torque's turf. You park a few streets over from where the pub is and walk towards it while keeping an eye out for anyone suspicious. At Kindred, for the most part, look no different than regular people, makes things complicated, of course. If you're being followed or watched, it's going to be hard to tell. You reach the pub and shoot a final glance around. There's nobody suspicious around as far as you can see, and open the door. The smell of cigarettes is overwhelming. The whole place has an aura about it, a constant fog hanging right under the ceiling. The lethargic fans do nothing to disperse it. The constant crack of billiard balls and clinking of glasses tells you all you need to know about the clientele. Not a very vampiric place at all. You're wondering if you got the address right, and that's what makes it a great meeting spot, actually. You apparently did. Mia's here. She motions you over to one of the few tables around. It took your sweet time to get here. What? You got cold feet? Never mind. Anyone follow you? Not that I know of. I don't want to, bust her right off the bat and say, weren't you supposed to post lookouts? Fair enough. Before I introduce you, there's some outstanding business to discuss. You didn't prove very helpful at the bar. Carol, the bartender, mentioned that you made an effort, but as you can imagine, there's plenty of licks who use feminine pronouns in this city. Still, I'll take whatever I can get. So thanks for that, I guess. Come on. Torque's right there. You rock toward one of the tables. A guy in a coat and hat leans over to take his shot. He's way ahead of his opponent. The table is clear of his balls, save for the 8-ball in a tricky position. Hey, they're here. Be with you in just a moment. hit is fast, precise, and sends the black ball exactly where its player wanted it. His opponent lets out a frustrated sigh. That's that. I believe that's 150 American dollars, Joey. You want to pay up now or up the stakes again? The disgruntled man accepts his defeat and pays up, then declares he's going to grab another beer. To the victor go the spoils. Thank you kindly. He turns his full attention to you. The man is good looking, if somewhat gaunt and intense. His eyes especially seem to pierce right through to your core, but not in an unpleasant way. Name's Torque. I believe you're Xavier, Sophie Langley's new plaything. Is that right? You Anarchs too? How does everybody already know that? Or always know that? Word travels fast when you care to listen, fledgling. We wouldn't be talking tonight if I hadn't learned that a long time ago. Forgive me being real with you right off the bat, but I like to know who it is I'm dealing with. So here's something I've been scratching my head about. If you're with Langley, and Langley's cam through and through, I'm told, what is it you've come to accomplish here tonight? Well, I guess we could kind of take the different path if we wanted to. So this is where we talk to Torque. We got to let him know what's what, so... Sophie Langley wants to meet with you. Don't ask why, she didn't tell me. She just said it has something to do with the gathering allies against Boss Callihan. I'm here to arrange that meeting. The fuck? I knew nothing about this, T. They lied to me. Mia's furious. She's looking at the pool cue and at you if she was figuring out the best combination for the two. It's fine. I appreciate the honesty, even if you weren't straight with my second in command. That I don't appreciate. Well, well, well. Ain't that an interesting proposition? You can't be seriously thinking about meeting with Langley. She's hardline cam. It's a trap. It must be. It just might be. Just might. He looks at you and pierces you with his unnaturally keen eyes. He's about to say something when the door opens at the back of the room. Hey, Torque, you, got a guest. They're in the back. Mia, won't you be a dear and keep our new friend company? I'll see what the commotion is. Sure thing. Torque tips his hat to you and walks to the back, joining the man who called for him. Mia glowers at you, this time weighing one of the pool balls in her hand. She looks like she has half a mind to chuck it at your face. You gotta be quite happy with yourself, bluffing your way in here. It's not just Sophie I'm here for? I don't know how that would work, but... Don't know which way I should go for here. It might have started as a task from Sophie, but I'm glad I could meet you and Torque. Don't hold it against me. No, I'm totally going to hold it against you, and for a while. You made me look like a chump in front of Torque. Here I was beginning to think you might make a good addition to our little family. There's a whole lot of trust you'll have to regain before that happens. Now. Torque appears from a door at the back and calls across the room. Yo, Mia, can I grab you for a second? Xavier, get over here too. You go to the back room. It's basically a storage area with a single wooden desk. It's pretty cramped, especially considering there's 5 other people in there with you. Torque ushers you in and closes the door behind you and Mia. Two burly dudes are holding someone down, and a familiar voice reaches your ears. Motherfuckers, you're gonna pay for this, you hear me? The boss is gonna fuck you up so bad you have no idea. Have you had the doubtful pleasure of meeting Mr. Cerruti before, Xavier? You could say that. You're fucked. You're so fucked you don't even know it. You stupid piece of shit. I should have ended you yesterday. The boss told you to stay away. You should have listened. Well, that's a story and a half, ain't it? Vince, calm down now and tell me how many of your guys are still out there on my turf. Go fuck yourself. You're done. The boss will know this stupid piece of shit fledgling came here. He knows they're with Langley. You know what that means, Torque. No, I don't. What does it mean, Vince? Now the boss can wipe you out. He'll just say you're sucking Langley's tits and all those buddies of yours. Gone. You're done, Torque. Well now, if that's the case, I guess ridden NYC of your toady ass won't make things any worse, will it? Actually, there's an idea. Vince mentioned that he beat you up yesterday. Did I hear that right, Xavier? You want to repay the favor? Oh. Oh, I don't know what to do here. Interesting. So we have a choice on whether say, nope, this ain't my deal, have Torque deal with him, or we kind of get a little bit of vengeance. And we'll decide on what course to take at the beginning of the next episode, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed it. I think we did the undercover thing as best as we can. And we met Callihan. And, yeah, pretty, those... Definitely the villain. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.